Here's a quick rundown of the OpenTHC directory, a service that keeps track of all the licenses in a regulatory space in the cannabis space. We have a directory. You know, it's real fantastic. It lets you look up license numbers. I was just working with one today in this directory. The address for this one license has been updated, so we have to go in and collect the data and make sure that it's all processed correctly and updated and things like this. Our compliance platform and others depends on having this data to be accurate for the business. This is all necessary data for your compliance paperwork, especially things like this. These are these license identifiers. These happen to be in Washington. And so these data are sourced from various mechanisms from the state agencies. Washington State, they post a Dropbox that has this applicant list, and they post it on a fairly routine basis. I guess they post it like weekly, generally. We've collected a whole bunch of them. I've got data from them going back to 2023, blah, 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 blah. So we collect this data and we got to process this data. One of the things that's kind of annoying about it, and I was just struggling with this, so I'll whine about it since I've got time, but the names of the values in this worksheet, the other states publish this thing online or they give you a downloadable data set that is consistent. LCB, whatever they're doing, this document shows up with different formatting, different headers sometimes, and aggravatingly enough, different worksheet names. If we take a look at this document specifically, today we have a producers, processors, retail, notice singular, SE space retail, MMJ space endorsement, active MMJ space endorsement, and then transporters has plural at the end. I just recently went back through the list of these files that we have, dumped out what their worksheet names look like. And I don't know if we can all see this. Let's zoom in and enhance, right? View, zoom in, view, zoom in again. All right, so for each of these files, I went back through time, and you can see we've got an old name and we've got a new name that are in there. And these new names are, let's just look at worksheet 0. Nope. These are some of the OG worksheet names, retailers, producers. What else we can do? Let's sort this and look at it. We've got active, active, active. So here we got, it's misspelled, not active. This one has active. This one has active with a space. This one has a space. It's endorsement. This one is missing the letter T. These are all run together and plural. Then we've got various ways of saying endorsements, endorsed with a space, without a space, something, something. Processors looks to be largely consistent. Producers, largely consistent. Then we've got retail, retailers showing up pretty frequently. And then we've got SE space retail, SE retailers, SE space retailers, and so forth when it comes to these. This one's got a leading space on it. Then we've got transporters, which also appears to be largely consistent. And this is a little frustrating for folks who, try to ingest data on a routine basis for their systems and want those things to also, those sources of data almost everywhere else are largely consistent. We get the same CSV file every time from such and such an agency. This agency posts it on a website and that remains the same. This agency provides only a PDF document for some silly reason, but their PDF document is always the same. And since it's machine produced consistently, it can be machine parsed also consistently. Totally not a problem. Unsure what's going on with LCB to get this stuff processed. Anyways, that's an exciting little bit for me to just whine about, no big deal. And for us, one of the fun, annoying things that it leads to is we got to put a bunch of little worksheet analysis namespace handling in some code here. Remove some weird characters, strip out this thing, and then handle a lot of these one-offs to remap it to the data type or the license endorsement feature set that we need when we are trying to import data back into this boring global directory, so that when somebody who is trying to look this up for their compliance system, especially for compliance systems that are not connected to a central authority, a case like Washington State and Vermont and Arizona, for example, they can go onto this directory and they can find accurate information for filling out their paperwork with this data that the agency requires, just provides in a poor way. So that's our directory helps fix all of this data together. It's kind of a struggle to pull the data in sometimes from some places, but here it is ready for you to use and enjoy.